What's going on, drivers? What's going on, drivers? Welcome to another episode of the Rippin' and Running Show. I am your host, my trucker's keeper, aka the neighborhood trucker. Hope all my drivers up, alert, ready to push on out, keeping it in between the lines, watching out for themselves and everybody else on the road, because you already know we got to drive for ourselves and everybody else on the road. Today we are in Fairhope, Alabama, right by Mobile, right here by the water. That's the water back there, if you can see that, right? And it's a residential drop at a job site. Right here, they're doing some work over here at this residence, and they needed some pavers. You dig what I'm saying? So, yeah, I went and picked up these pavers last Friday. Today is actually Thursday. I picked this load up last Friday, and I've been in the shop since then, and just got out last night and made it here this morning. But that's not what this video is about. I picked this load up in Miami for $2.22, okay? And I had to squeeze that out of the broker. All right, so this video right here is to motivate drivers when you're having your conversations amongst each other to stop the cap, okay? Because even though I've made videos previously in the past about taking cheap freight and all that, in my opinion, we've reached a point on the spot market that we kind of just got to either one, park the truck, which most of us don't have the funds to do, or two, just roll with it and try to do the best we can do with the prices and the rates that these loads are moving for. All right, $2.22 from Miami is actually a damn good rate coming out of Miami. I'm talking about the bottom of Miami. All right. So we're going to talk about these rates, and we're going to figure out what the hell is going on. But right now, I need y'all to sit back, buckle up, keep your ears and your eyes peeled, close your goddamn mouth, and you might just learn something. Yeah. You know what it is, nigga? Yeah. 1,008 shit, nigga. 1,008 shit, nigga. We going for the gusto. Now how you coming, bro? Okay. I'm fucking with you then. Let go.
Ace Banks on the track.
Pointers in my chain, that's in on my neck. Spaceship pull up at the intersection. V12 motor sounding real aggressive. Live by the G-code, stick to the method. Whipping the Gleek, I'ma beat it and stretch it. Can't even lie on the shit like a septic. I got the green and the white like a Celtics. All right, ladies and gents, drivers and steering wheel holders, strapping goers and door swingers. Where do I start? All right, where do I start? Where do I begin when it comes to the topic of rates and the load board, and, you know, whether you're leased on to a company with your own truck or you're on an operator, whatever your situation is, whatever your setup is, it doesn't matter. But if you're pulling loads off of the load board, it has been hectic, okay? Now, I have to admit, I am one of the guys who, you know, always promoted no cheap freight. I park my truck before I run a cheap load. You know, I've even made videos, you know what I'm saying, about my bottom line and the minimum rate per mile I can book on a load to actually turn a profit in my truck. You know, I've made videos about this. You can look at my catalog and find them. Go on back and look. Now, what I can say is, boy, what a rough few months it has been since I've dropped those videos. You know what I'm saying? The past 3-4 months has been hectic. I mean, to the point to where I have definitely changed my mind about some things I've said. I've had to retract and go back and say, well, the way the load board is looking, either I'm gonna park this motherfucker, which, you know, I can't afford to start rolling. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense for me to do it. You know, some of you may be in a position where you can. I know a lot of us aren't, though. You know what I'm saying? That's your first option. Your second option is to roll with it and squeeze as much as you can out of these brokers. You know what I'm saying? And just keep rolling. You know, if you get to the point to where day after day, load after load, you're taking loads under your bottom line, you know, that you won't turn a profit on or make or break even with, then it may be time to start reconsidering some things, because I believe it's better to quit while you're still ahead or while there's not as much damage done, before you just plummet your business into the ground and have to start selling your shit or, you know, going bankrupt. But you know, like I said, I've had to go back on some of those things I've said now. Like I said, this load right here paid $2.22. I picked it up in Miami. That's actually a decent load. A lot of those loads that we're picking up that Friday were paying less than $2. You know what I'm saying? And it's a horrible rate in general, but as far as Miami, Florida coming out, pretty damn good rate. And the load paying me to go down there, the load to go down to Florida was over $4. So, you know, it kind of balanced out. Like I said, it kind of balanced out. But what really brought me to make this video was a few days ago, I was on Facebook, and I don't know, many of you may be in the Flatbed Gang Facebook group. If not, you need to join it. Shout out to that boy, Big Snow Trucker. And, you know, he runs the page or whatever, real cool dude. Tell him my Truckers Keeper sent you. But, you know, we post on the page in the group all day about different things that happen, accidents, backups. People might be asking questions. And one of the members of the group posted, what are you guys grossing per week? What are you guys grossing weekly, you know, working off of the load board? And this is a flatbed group. I do flatbed. I'm on the phone with dispatchers, brokers. I'm on the load board myself, looking at loads day in, day out. I mean, from loads picking up in the southeast, going to the northeast, loads picking up in the northeast, going to the Midwest coming back south, southwest. I pretty much know in general what lanes are paying the best and what they're not paying. You know what I'm saying? What's consistent, what's a good rate because it's a hot load, what's a good rate because it's a hot area or a good area to, you know, run in and out of. It's you know, whatever the case may be. As of today is the 10th, October the 10th, 2022. As of today, in the flatbed region, in the flatbed division of trucking, working off of the load board, not a direct shipper, not none of that dedicated shit, none of that. As of today, working off of the load board, $3 a mile is out of the question. Can you find a load for $3 a mile? Yes. Can you find a load for over $3 a mile? Yes. You know, can you get lucky and find a magnificent load on the load board? Yes. But as far as consistently and being confident that you can book a load that pays $3 a mile day in, day out, working off of the load board, it's not happening. That's not what's going on out here in these streets. And it kind of pissed me off a little bit because I don't mind people having their opinion or, you know, stating what they call facts or whatever. But there were people on the low, on the group, in the group text, talking about how I grossed $12,000 to $15,000 a week. And every load I book is over $3 or $5 or $6. And I'm asking questions. So shit, what kind of work do you do? Cause motherfucker, I'm over here struggling. I'm trying to figure out where the hell they paying this shit at. You know what I'm saying? Cause if you doing it like that in times like these, my brother, I need to drop everything and come over there where you at. But it's cap, man. And that's one thing that I had to realize early getting into trucking. When you're talking to a truck driver, a lot of us, you know, we'll point you in the right direction and, you know, give you game and tell you what we know. But there's this one thing about 95% of truckers, they lie. They lie about their pay. They always put a little extra on it. If a nigga tell you he just picked up a load from goddamn Atlanta to Savannah paying $1,300, you best believe if he actually sends you the rate con that he received for that load, it's probably paying $900 to $1,000. That's just how truck drivers have been since I've started, and I'm on year 9. You dig what I'm saying? Truck drivers always like to sprinkle a little extra on top, a little icing, just so they can be, you know, they don't ever want to sound like they're doing bad or worse than the next man. And it's weird, you know what I'm saying? Because if you want to give out information and people are gonna, take their time and look into it or give it a chance. You got to be honest with people. You can't be out here telling people you pulling loads for $3 a mile consistently. That's bullshit. It's cap. I'm tired of it. The next motherfucker say something on that goddamn group about they making all their goddamn money, and it's a flatbed group, so I can be fair. I don't know about dry van. I don't know about reefer. I don't know about tanker or any of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that the rates are similar. I don't think that just flatbed is going through this horrible times on the low board, but I'm speaking for flatbed. The next flatbed motherfucker I hear say some shit out their mouth about they making $4-5 and you grossing $12,000 to $15,000 consistently. Hell, you grossing $10,000 consistently. I mean, in my opinion, if you grossing $10,000 consistently, you paying a lot of goddamn money in fuel. All right, because fuel did drop a few weeks ago, but the rates didn't go up. And guess what happened after the few weeks ago? Fuel came up just a little bit more. And so it was maybe just 2 months ago. I'd say even 6 months ago when everybody was, the fuel, the rates, I was still chilling. I was good. I was eating. My truck paid for. I don't got no truck note. You know what I'm saying? My expenses, when I get my settlement, it's like one thing that comes out, a trailer winter. Everything else is on me. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm seeing my bread while everybody's going crazy about the diesel prices and things. But man, like the last 2 months, boy, with breakdowns and, jumping out here trying to get my money right for the winter, because, it slows down significantly in the winter, like crazy. So, you trying to run it up a little bit and you're like, hold on. This shit's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to make $4,000. It's a little tough to clear $3,000. Like, it's possible. I don't know about the 4. Not in my case. I can only speak for me. But the $3,000 is hard to goddamn. It ain't just like how it was a few months ago. Run 2-3 loads and bam, we 3,500 to, after expenses and shit, like it, paying the company for, their authority and all that. It ain't as easy as it was. You kind of got to put some work in now. You know what I'm saying? This is time for the real hustlers to shine. You dig what I'm saying? And I got a decent setup. Like I said, my truck is paid for. I don't have a lot of expenses. I don't have large overhead. So, I can still make money. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the shit on anybody that's leasing or with a truck note or whatever. Cause I actually believe that, the lease operators that are working with the mega carriers are they may be in a better position because they get extremely good discounts on fuel and they're getting freight consistently. Even if they might be scraping a little off the top or whatever before they give it to you, they're still making money. You know what I'm saying? They're still doing good. They're still doing all right. You gotta work. It's the same thing applies. You gotta put a little work in. You gotta work a little harder now, but it's still money to be made. I don't want to be all over the place, but I just want to call cap on the $3 a mile bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I want to tell y'all to stop lying to these drivers. You got people coming in the game that have family back home, kids, wives, mamas, daddies. You know what I'm saying? Family members depending on them. And they're coming into this industry or changing from one division of trucking, coming into this division, off of solely some shit you said to them. A lot of people don't do their research. Me, I'm going to ask you something after I done already, did the research. If I can't have a conversation with you or at least do my due diligence before I come to you with a question, I don't got no business talking about this shit. I'm the type of person that's going to research. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I'm going to kind of balance it out with what I've learned on my own research, and I'm going to call cap or not. You know what I'm saying? But you got people taking your word for it and just jumping into this thing, and their expectations is high, when in all actuality, man, you need to humble yourself and understand that it takes a hard grind and pause to, get to a level to where you can make money, especially in these times. You dig what I'm saying? So quit the cap, man. Be honest with people. Stop putting the extra $500 on your rate and all that bullshit. It's okay. We're all making money at the end of the day. At the end of the day, we're still making more money than most people in the field that we're in. So you don't have to put the extra cap on it. You dig what I'm saying? Cut that shit. $3 a mile is not where it's at consistently. It's not happening. If I see a load right now picking up in goddamn Atlanta going to New Orleans for $289, I'm on that motherfucker. And that's just being real. And once I drop off there, I'm gonna pull out of the port because port loads kind of pay a little more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna run down to Florida because I'm gonna make damn near $4.50 a mile going down to Florida. And I'm gonna pull some bullshit coming out of Florida. But guess what? It is what it is. What am I gonna do? There's no perfect solution to where we're at in trucking. You gotta take the lesser of the two evils. Go broke or take some cheap shit and stack your fucking bread, quit all that extra spending and all that extra. It ain't time for all that. Stack your goddamn money and you won't feel the hit that hard. You know what I'm saying? You won't feel, you won't take the hard hit like that. Pause. Sweating in there, motherfucker, talking to y'all, man. Put your plan together to get out that truck one day, because I don't want to do this shit forever. And I'm sure there's some of y'all out here who don't want to do this shit forever either. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I am my trucker's keeper, a.k.a. the neighborhood trucker. Make sure to holler at your boy when you see me coming down.